Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
A transfer of rulership is coming, and the kingdom of heaven will be on earth. Righteousness will be spread throughout the whole four corners of the earth. Wickedness will be put down.
Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. If then God so clothe the grass which is today in the field and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? And seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell that ye have, and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
According to the Holy Scriptures, Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Most High, is set to bring immortality to the nation of Israel, the elect, via establishing the tabernacle of David. As we talk about the second coming of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he is coming to take down this current world ruled by Esau, Edom, and establish a righteous kingdom, which is synonymous with the throne of David. That's scriptural, which is a government that's going to run this world in righteousness.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples for his younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerities across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. All right, and what I want to get into today, quick nightly, news and prophecy, just a few things I was watching. All right, and what we're going to see, is chaos and stress. Okay, be off the charts. Okay, and then the C-hip, okay, will be presented as a solution. Okay, and as we're watching this thing unfold, we know the devil, all right, he has something, okay, up his sleeve, okay, with all the madness he has going on, as they say. And they have a saying, there's a method, to the madness, okay? And with this devil, all right, he's not doing nothing randomly, okay? He has these things mapped out, in his mind, okay? And he's setting the trap, because the scriptures, matter of fact, before we even get to that, okay, and then we'll go back to that. Matter of fact, we'll get this and then get the video, and then maybe double back to the book of Ezekiel, okay. But when you go dealing with Esau, all right, and it speaks about, okay, his nature, this Genesis 25 and 27, it says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Okay, so the scriptures describe Esau, okay, as a cunning, all right, hunter. Okay, and it goes way beyond, your Joe Sixpack. All right, LSU, Ole Miss Edomites, go deer hunt on the weekend. They're cunning, and hunting the deer. Okay, but when it comes to the elites, all right, they hunt the souls of men. Okay, so you go to this Hebrew word, which is yadah, all right, which is to know, okay, to perceive, to learn, okay, to distinguish, to discern, all right, to know how to be skillful in, all right, to be skillful in, okay, and you best believe all these moving pieces, okay, that the devil has, okay, going on at the same time, all right, that he's setting snares, he's setting traps, okay, and ultimately it's Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, all right, working through this devil, okay, to set traps. You see, because it's the Lord orchestrating the left and the right, and Esau is an agent on the left hand side of judgment until he's judged. Okay, so as we watch this, man, and constantly warn, okay, the church, the flock, the believers, okay, of how this man is moving. You see, because scripture say, if so, he could deceive the very elect, showing you that he's going to be pulling some things off. Not the water, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai for allowing us, to be in the light, to where we can see, we can see steps ahead of this man. And that's the blessings, okay, and the perks of understanding prophecy is to be steps ahead, okay, to see exactly what this man is up to. Okay, this is the book of Psalm, all right, chapter 10, verse 9. It says he lieth and waits secretly as a lion in his den. Yeah. Okay, this man is crouched down. As a lion, you look at the lion, you study those lioness and how they hunt, they be crouched down low. They're patient, they stalk the prey. Okay. You have certain lioness that are run prey, okay, into other, okay, lions. You see, strategic. Okay, one thing about the devil, he's been extremely strategic in his wickedness. Okay, and if you're operating in darkness, you're done. He got you. Okay, if you're in the dark, okay, he got you, man. All right. It says he lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch them when he draweth them into his net. Okay. So this devil has his eyes. All right. One of his main targets is Israelites, the tribes. Okay. The average American citizen, they're going to get caught up in this net as well. Okay. But there's a special target on you tribes. Okay. So when you, let's go here. All right. Just go into some quick, videos. All right. We'll jump in and out. But yeah, so this, what's going on now. Yeah, all right, as we know, okay, we're 2 days away, from the first. All right, and we'll see how it go. Okay. From the first going on out, but it's unlikely, that they're gonna, come to an agreement. Okay, within the next, 30 something hours, and counting. Okay, but we'll see. All right, but you have this going on. Let's play this. We'll get a precept and segue into something else. All right, but let's play this.
This is Dabu 7, and it looks like as this government shutdown drags on, we have the Pentagon now ordering the National Guard to establish these quick reaction response forces. And they're going to spring into action if there's any kind of civil unrest. Civil unrest where people can't get money out of the bank, or people are trying to get out of grocery stores with carts full of food, and this EBT thing, and then all the other stuff, people not getting paid on top of it. It's spiraling toward a bad situation. Now, the ICE teams across the country going after illegal migrants are one thing, but these are totally different. These quick reaction forces are specifically going to be used for civil unrest and riots. The question now becomes, what exactly are they expecting? For real, with Trump just making a comment that the National Guard's going to be rolled out wherever they need, and if they need more than just that, like Marines or anything else, then they'll send them. So this looks like they're prepared fully for riots and skirmishes in the streets, and I'm going to say especially in the Democratic strongholds, in areas where we've seen stuff happening already. But just be prepared. I'm getting word that grocery stores are going to be taking different measures than last time. I've already got word that people are already trying to get out of the stores with carts full of food, and they're being stopped. And this is going to escalate going into this week, no doubt. There's no sign whatsoever that they're going to have this thing figured out this week. So I would prepare accordingly. Get your groceries in advance. We don't know how all this is going to unfold. Join me for the live streams going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, talking about this and a lot more. Hope to see you guys there. Much love.
Yeah, man. So hold on. So yeah, you already have so-called quick reaction, okay, National Guard, okay, response teams, on deck. All right. So what's going on? Yeah, so what's going on? What do these devils, okay, have up their sleeve? Okay. So what we have to understand is that Esau, he's not moving one step at a time. All right. And he could be, pushing, for this civil unrest. All right. So he can get the reaction that he wants. The devil wants a reaction. The way that they're playing in people's faces, the timing of, all these things that's happening, okay, around the holidays when people, go into debt, to try to have a normal, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, this is the season where people, because these holidays really hold people together, for some sense of normalcy. It's like a wicked, reset for people, to be able to, have some type of sense of tradition or normalcy. Okay. And Lord willing, this is Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai through Esau. All right. Putting a damper, okay, on you people's on you people's plans. Okay. You already had, the nigger woman. She's done made, the nigger woman has her mouth has talked her right into national news. Okay, she's all on redacted, talking about eating mice and tripping. Okay, so while our people, all right, are verbalizing, okay, crashing out on the internet, Esau was plotting. All right, and that's why you go to Ezekiel 21:8. It says again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus said the Lord power, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. All right, should we then make mirth? Okay, and you Israelites don't know how real it is yet. You tribes. Okay, 2/3 have no clue of how real, all right, these times that we're coming into. We constantly say these are going to be the worst times though. Okay, and Esau has a lot of traps out here, and people are going to walk right into them. Okay, people are going to walk right into these traps. Okay, Esau wants a particular reaction, man. Okay, and if it's really, if he really wants that reaction, okay, he'll jump in and make that reaction, man. Okay, you best believe Esau wants, all right, more boots on the ground. Okay, he's begging for a reason to get cornered with you niggas, man. Okay, and while you Jakes, think this, all right, it's some type of play. Okay, niggas are still proud, nigga woman still proud. Okay, well, we finna see, we finna see going forward, whether Esau is, testing the response, okay, or is he ready to go, all right, all in, okay. But the way he's been looking, this devil has a mindset to go all in, man. Okay, he says it contemned the rod of my son as every tree. It says, and he have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. All right, so this devil, okay, this man ain't finna come, all right, regular with you niggas, man. Esau gonna bring some shit out. Okay, he wants you niggas to get buck wild, and Esau, he gonna bring some shit out, man. This man has been in the lab with that, with his technology, and he's been weaponizing some shit. He got some weapons. Okay, then he hasn't. Hey, it's gonna be some Esau. It's gonna be some of Edomite weapons that's gonna make a debut to the world. He's gonna world premiere some shit on you niggas, man. Okay, verse 12 says, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel's terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon the thigh, man. Okay, so Yahweh Bashim Shai, all right, he's getting ready to make an example. All right, and he has Esau setting you niggas up for complete failure, man. Okay. So we're going to see, how this play out. But let's go from there. You got this and see what's happening. People are being called. People are being priced out of the cost of living. This devil has a lot going on, man. These shutdowns. Okay, I got another video to do. Had this Jake breaking down. What's happening. Economically with these shutdowns and the ripple effect that it's having. Okay. And people catching hell before the shutdown. Okay. And the ripple effect that we finna see now, all right, is gonna put more hell. See, it gets worse before it gets worse. Okay. Evil and only evil is come. These are the times we in now. Okay. This scene is perfect. All right. That's behind this Edomite, man. So let's play this. All right, because what we're seeing, people are being priced, okay, out of being able to live. Okay, and this is being done intentionally, man. Let's play this.
What happens when the richest country can't feed its own people? I have compiled 11 TikToks showing something deeply disturbing.
And it ain't that they can't feed the people, all right? And that's a problem in itself, okay, when a population is dependent on its government for food. Okay, all this farmable land in America, all right? But one thing this devil did, all right, was trick people, all right, from rural living to the city life, because he markets the city life in his movies, in his music, okay, TV shows and media. He markets the city life, okay, and as people have traded in, their, sovereignty, their personal sovereignty of being able to, all right, feed themselves, okay, to grow what they eat. Well, now, all right, this devil gets to decide whether or not you eat or not. Okay. You see, this man has been planning this for years, man. Less than 3% of Americans' population are farmers. That's crazy, man. All right. Because you have, You know, people call the people that's on snaps or benefits dependents. Well, no, 98% of the country dependents. Okay, and the difference between us, all right, and everyone else is that we have a rock. See, we have Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're promised to be fed in these times. We have a higher power. Okay, that's above what this devil is doing. You see, but as our people have outsourced, okay, their sovereignty of feeding themselves, okay, to, all right, corporations and the government, all right, now the richest country in the world can decide whether it wants to feed you or not. Okay, let's let it play.
When the richest country can't feed its own people. I've compiled 11 TikToks showing something deeply disturbing happening across America. SNAP benefits are getting cut. People making $50 for 6-hour shifts. 80-year-olds choosing between heat and food. This is a systemic failure at a scale we haven't seen since the Great Depression. So let's just jump right into it. We're going to start off with probably the hardest clip to watch.
The government is upset that there's a low birth rate in the United States of America, but we can't even feed the children that we have in this country right now. We can't feed our children. Our children's classmates go to school hungry. Their parents don't have snacks in cupboards. Their refrigerators are empty. They count how many days they eat on the road so they can save that one fucking snack for Friday night when they get home from school. And you're asking us why we're not having children? You have taken away every opportunity for us to make sure our children are thriving, healthy. Kids are hoarding food because they don't know when the next time they're gonna fucking have it. Mothers are stealing formula from Target that is $53 a fucking can. It's a specialty formula because mom, unfortunately, with all the stress she has to live through, can't fucking produce milk because she's stressed out over bills or where she's gonna live if her fucking car's gonna get repossessed. But you're wondering why the fuck we're not procreating? I love an orgasm just like the next person, but if I fucking have one more baby, everything I have established now will fucking fall apart. You don't think I want to see another little baby running around in my house? I would fucking love to. My kids would die for it. I'm a better person today than I was 20 years ago when I had children. And I could do an amazing job with this baby, but I can't afford it. And I logically know that my children would suffer because of this one baby that I want. So do I put my wants ahead of my children? No. And the government is pissed off that we all fucking woke up. When you have to put a food bank in a daycare parking lot so mothers know that it's safe to go get some food for the weekend for your children, that's a motherfucking problem.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix.
And this is the earth, all right, ruled by the wicked. Okay, and that's a goddamn shame. You know, and women, you know, that want to be mothers, you know, can't even mother, all right, or bring in more children, okay, because of economics. Okay, and this is the devil at work. This is what this is what he wants. Okay, he wants you stressed out, you know, going into how stress can't produce, you know, when a woman's stressed, she can't produce, you know, breast milk. Okay, which makes you what, more dependent on him. And it's all him wanting to play the Most High. This is why we say, man, this man is extremely childish, man. Extremely childish how he runs the earth, man. A food bank in the parking lot of a daycare. Okay, is absolute wicked is in power, man. And this is the conditions of the earth. Okay, and you people are going to continue to see why the Hebrew Israelites been calling this man the devil. Okay, for all these decades, man, beginning with our apostles and elders and their elders, man. You know, there's a major problem when we talk about Edomites at camp. You know, there was the number one nation that people wanted to you know, wanted to vouch for. Okay. That's the number one nation that people was concerned about when it came to salvation. But look at what this nigga is doing in rulership now. Okay? The hell would Esau be saved to do? All right. He was created to terrorize the earth, take peace from the earth, you know, be violent, deceptive, chaotic, okay, judge some niggas, and then and be removed from power and go into captivity, man. Okay, that's the assignment that Esau on. All right, doing right by you niggas ain't part of the assignment. You niggas gonna learn when you people, all right, are your stomachs are touching your back. Okay, when you faced with whether or not to eat your own children or not, you're gonna see why this man has been the topic of discussion, all right, amongst the Hebrew Israelites, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? Let's let it play some more.
She mentions that stress is preventing mothers from producing breast milk. Financial stress has become biological. Research shows chronic stress shuts down lactation. Formula costs $53 a can. The government's confused about dropping birth rates while creating conditions that make having kids impossible.
And see, this nigga studied things like that. You see, Esau will study that. Okay? And he'll create these stress atmospheres, you know, to sell baby formula, man. This is how this devil thinks, man. This is how this devil operates, man. This is his normal. Edomites will sit in the room and say, well, damn, I didn't know stress. All right, they, you know, they come with these new finding how stress reduce, you know, the what's needed to produce breast milk. Okay. And he didn't create those environments, then raise the the prices on formula, man. Okay. Esau is showing who he is more and more. Okay.
This is a public health crisis nobody is measuring. Okay, and here's that next clip that honestly just broke my heart.
I'm so fucking tired of life. I can't afford to live here anymore. I can't afford to live here anymore. I just spent 6 hours of my life serving tables, running around to make $50. To make $50. And I already know the comments are going to be like, well, get a better job. I'm trying. I moved here 3 weeks ago. I've sent out over 100 resumes. I've had one interview. I didn't get the job. I knew I blew it. I did not get the job. I'm trying. The only reason why I got a server job is to make some money while I'm trying to get my big girl job again so I can get checks that actually matter. You know, so I can make money I can actually live off of. But nobody calls. Nobody's calling for these jobs. You know, Indeed is, we're hiring. Or where? Okay, because I sent my resume and I can't get it. I can't afford anything. Okay, I don't want. I live with my son and his roommates right now, and I'm very thankful for that. But I need my own place and I can't afford it. I can't afford anything. I cannot afford to live here anymore, and I can't take my own life. You know, so like, what am I supposed to do?
She made $50 for 6 hours of work. That's $8.33 an hour, below the minimum wage. Over 100 job applications for one interview. That's a 1% callback rate. During 2008, it was 10 to 15%. Research shows job rejection creates the same brain pattern as chronic pain. The system is designed to break people. But it's not just young people. Here's a landlord talking about their elderly tenant.
Well, apparently.
So the system is designed to break people, man. You know? The system is designed to break people, man. He said job rejection is just like chronic pain. All right. And this devil has a squeeze on people, man. It only gets worse. Okay. Let's fast forward here. I'll get to his part again.
Dollars on food monthly. 350.
And for those of you cheering this, oh my God, universe, come and get them!
She's got $300 left after rent. Seniors spend $180 on utilities, $350 on health care, $300 on food monthly. That's $830 when you add it up, but she has $300. Homelessness among people over 50 has increased 48% since 2017. Social Security doesn't account for housing and health care costs. Official inflation is 3%. Senior costs go up 7 to 8% yearly. Now, this next clip shows the mental cost of being poor.
I want to jump again because he's going to say something about the mental. You know, it's another rant. All right. Through. Okay. All you people do now, and you might well stop ranting. And you need all your time to strategize. Okay. You see, you should be using this time to strategize. Damn the rent. Okay. And you need to save them calories, man. All right. And let me see. Damn. You know. But yeah, man, the word been going out. All right. The Lord been begging. All right, you Israelites to repent. Okay. And now, all right, all you can do is just rant and cry about the problems that the prophet's been telling you about. Okay, you're complaining. We've been complaining about this nigga. Okay, and brothers been on the highways and byways years. You know, brothers have become memorials and landmarks in certain cities, man. Okay, telling you about this nigga. Y'all late. Okay, now you just feeling it. Okay.
And if you're going through this, I'm really sorry. And honestly, I wouldn't wish this on nobody for real.
She talks about being hyper-vigilant. A Princeton study showed financial stress creates a cognitive tax, like losing 13 IQ points. Your brain constantly does survival math. The decision-making part literally shrinks under stress. Poverty physically damages your brain's ability to make decisions. It's self-perpetuating. Bad decisions create worse outcomes, more stress, further damage. And speaking of exhausting, here's someone from Michigan talking about SNAP benefits.
Yeah, so I want to go here because it's a precept in the Bible that talks about that stress, man. And see, these people aren't confident. You know, see, we're going to really see the value of having the comfort. We're really going to see the value, okay, of what the Heavenly Father did, okay, by sending Yahweh Shai to be a sacrifice to cover us in these times, man. All right, so we can have mercy, those that walk in Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're really finna see the value of that. Okay, because people are ready to crash. Okay. This Sirach 30 and 21, it said, give not over thy mind to heaviness and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. And see, this is why also Yahweh Shai, one of his titles is the Wonderful Counselor, because we have the Wonderful Counselor. Okay, in the midst of this, you see, we have a comfort in the midst of this, man, which is the understanding of this word. Okay, the gift of faith. You see? So we don't have to give ourselves over, all right, to the heaviness of what to do. Because all these things that Esau has, he's intentionally breaking people's spirits, man. Esau is breaking people down. All right. It's a war of attrition on the minds of the masses, man. You know, and he's grinding people down. Okay. Now, when you go here, this is yep, it said, love thy own soul, verse 23, love thy own soul and comfort thy heart. Okay, but they don't have nothing to comfort. They don't have the comforter. See, the only thing, see, Esau was snatching comforts away. See, if your comfort was based on this place being up and running, okay, and your comfort was based on you being comfortable in America and flourishing in America, that's going to be snatched away. These people have no other comfort. Okay, your status, your job, your clout, your whatever you was into. Okay, you see that's being snatched away. So it says, "Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow have killed many, and there is no profit therein." And see, these people don't have no comforter. Now we finna see the value of what Yahushua did. Now we finna see the value of being isolated from this world and being built up in this word, man. Being built on Yahushua. Okay? These people are finna to crash, man, and lose it. Okay? So I got one more because, as I said, chaos, all right, civil unrest, stress, and then hey, what is he going to present? Okay? He's going to present the sea hip. Okay, so let's go here, and this is a lesson done by the beloved brother. All right, I'm a one Gabar. All right, channel GMS Awakening 144. Okay, it says panic mode and survival mode, not love and oh he's cute. First go the one and then come judgment. Okay, and I want to play this clip, and it looked like an AI. You know, it looked like an AI clip, but you know this could potentially be. All right, what this devil is doing with the snap and with the government shutdown and all these things. Okay, as El Apostle Hard did the video, this could be a Trojan horse. Okay, for what he really wants to do. So let's play this. Okay.
All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
Open it up, we need food! It's gone! EBT don't work nowhere!
Power grid outages are continuing across the officials urge residents to remain. That's it. They really cut us off.
Mama, is this all we got?
To continue receiving nutritional credits, citizens must verify identity via implantable BioID. Please remain calm and follow the directions of registration officials.
Can you run it again?
It's not taking it here.
Did yours go through? All the cards are down?
Hold still. No chip, no eggs.
But I just...
Move along, ma'am.
Oh, baby. Mama? Is this all we got?
Hold out your wrist. Next, hold out your wrist.
I don't want it.
Then you won't eat.
They said it'd come. We just didn't know it'd be like this.
All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
Yeah, man. You know, and this is what the devil does. I say he's a cunning hunter. All right, so he's herding people into a new system, and they're just, you know, a scenario, okay, of how things, you know, could potentially play out, you know, give or take. All right, but let's go here. Let's get this precept, okay. Like went into in the beginning. All right, this man is skillful, okay, when it comes to psychology, breaking people down. All right, to get, all right, the response and the results that he wants. Okay, and a lot of people are going to be giving over. See, the choice going to have to be made. You see, these other Israelite camps, they've been playing with y'all, and y'all been laughing, all right, with them, at us, and cool. Hey, it's gravy, you know? But at the end of the day, your ass finna have to make a choice. Okay? You finna have some hell of a dice to roll. All right? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 2. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Man, Esau finna break you people down. Okay, because you people, all right, your faith is in this system. Okay, and as he dismantles this system, okay, and repackage it in a digital form, okay, in a device, all right, the RFID CHIP, okay, a lot of you people are getting ready to be taken. A lot of you finna get ready to be unalive, all right, because he wants to depopulate, okay, and the remainder gonna be faced with an option, all right, which is the CHIP, okay. So we're just watching these things play out, you know. It'll be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting weekend, you know. Lord will. All right, Lord will, you brothers. All right, and you sisters edified once again. And give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, hopefully, shalom.